Shit 90 Shows Taught Me.
Shit 90 Shows Taught Me was not filmed before a live studio audience.
Are you ready to slay another day? So are we. Welcome back to Shit 90 Shows Taught Me. I'm Jess Sterling here with my co-host, Sarah Humphrey. Sarah, how are you?
Jess, I'm ready to fight today. I got the boxing gloves on. If I have to defend my man, I'll defend my man.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. I did, in the privacy of my own computer and home, get really snippy with you in a chat. I don't know if you saw it because
I did see it, but I was just like,
you were ignoring me, and then I if you don't know me, typically my temper is pretty even keeled. Like it takes a lot for me to let the demons out, let the angel out,
let the Aries moon shine.
Well, yeah, so I'm an Aries moon, if that means anything to you. But and like you said something, you taunted me. That's what it is. You taunted me.
I taunted nobody.
You taunted me.
I didn't tag you and say, Sarah.
Stop it. Because I wrote something regarding, I was just in regards to the kiss between Spike and Buffy. I was like, ew, get this off my screen. I don't want to see it. And then you taunted me by sending a GIF, whatever is your brand of
a GIF if you nasty.
Yeah. Of boo-hoo.
So it is a Parvati Shallow, if you're a Survivor fan, a Parvati Shallow GIF of her just sticking out her bottom lip going
and that pissed me off because I don't taunt you. Oh no, I do taunt you, but I don't taunt you.
I are the queen. I didn't even tag you. You are the queen of not only am I going to taunt you, I'm going to tag you and taunt you. This episode, I think here's the thing. This episode is fine. I don't feel like it is breaking any crazy new ground. It is not the most exciting episode. However, I was so excited because I was like, we're going to disagree so hard on this episode. And I can't wait because it always makes for good podcasting. Always makes for good content,
Yeah. So the short of it is I went on this 5-minute rant about how Jessica likes toxic men, whatever his face is, Spike, and how that's so attractive for Buffy to like somebody that treats a woman like absolute shit. And just because he has a silly accent, which is fake, by the way, and has some witty comeback comments, all the girlies swoon. And I don't want to say that's pathetic for everybody that gets wet over that, but I will say that you'll never catch me seeing a man who is a man who might be a little bit boring and might have a little bit of ragey issues once in a while
and maybe very insecure. We'll talk about it.
Over a guy that threatens to throw a tombstone at a girl.
Here's the thing.
Up the tombstone and is about to throw it, but then throws it right next to Harmony, and then be excited that he's kissing our girl Buffy, who is literally our it's amazing to have somebody like Buffy, a character like Buffy, to be such an independent, awesome woman. But yeah, let's get all horny and crazy about her hooking up with some doofus with a fake English accent. Yeah, love that for us.
So my argument would be, and we'll get to this when we get to this segment of the actual episode, but I would say of the 100%, right? If I am 100% Spuffy, or no, what is it? Yeah, is it Spuffy, I think, as they call them? If I am 100%,
because that ship is irrelevant to me.
Well, because it hasn't even happened yet. I guess anyway, if we're talking if I'm 100% Spuffy, right? I'd say 50% of that is because it makes you so mad. like 30% of it is because they have really great chemistry.
Do they, though?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the kiss. And then like 20% of it is because I really do love an enemies to lovers trope. Now, if my best friend was Buffy in real life and she was like, I'm thinking about this man Spike, I'd be like, girl, no, you need to get your head checked. Absolutely not.
Yeah, get your head in the
But-
game like Troy Bolton.
Oh,
Bolton
God.
said so. Get your head in the game.
Why are we making High School Musical references? But
I don't know.
anyway,
I've only seen that movie once, so
you don't need to see it any more than that. Anyway, let's back up because that is a very tail end of the episode, and we have a lot to talk about.
Do we? But
no,
anyway.
we do because we have to talk about the Buffy and Riley situation because it is so interesting to me that like last podcast, we talked a lot about like, oh, this is a red flag, like that he feels like she doesn't love him. We don't really see any kind of proof that that's true. Obviously, physically, they're very much like intimate a lot. And we did get like a couple of comments, which are fair enough, on our YouTube channel about how like physicality isn't everything, right? Like how that just from Ascended Xeon, sorry if I'm not saying that correctly. If a relationship is strictly physical with next to nothing else, it's a red flag. Buffy has kept plenty from him and only had to tell him when she couldn't hide things any longer. Blah blah blah. Talks more about the angel stuff, which, in my opinion, is kind of irrelevant at this point. But you know, we jump right into like, whoa, trouble in paradise this episode in a way that I was kind of shocked to get. Like, I thought this was going to be much more of a like slowly paced out kind of falling apart of a relationship. But Sarah, you tell me if you're reading this differently, but when Buffy, in the very beginning of the episode, when Buffy is slaying and in comes Riley, she is getting so much of the ick from him smothering her.
Yeah, so like I guess like that is a good main topic of discussion for the beginning of the podcast, and I believe we have spoken about this before in I don't know, the last 5 years that we podcasted together. Once you get the ick, are you able to un-ick? And I think
very difficult.
I think it is really difficult. Like
I also think it depends on how long you've been with that person, right? Like if you've been with someone for 5 years and they do something that gives you a slight ick, you probably are able to maybe get over it. If you've been with someone for like a month and they give you the ick, nah, bye.
Yeah. So like I agree with you. I do think that Riley being a little smothery definitely gave Buffy the ick. And I was just like, ooh, once you get the ick, especially at this state of the relationship, which I guess they've been together for probably like 6 months-ish, I would have to guess.
At
something
least
along
I would
those
say,
lines.
yeah.
Like, can you come back from it? And I would say like maybe, but it depends on like why he's being smothery. And like the answer is because he's insecure about his status in the world against Buffy. Now, when we get into the insecurities, I would say I have like a different opinion like about that, because I feel like some of it is forgivable, and like of course like people could get on me about like, oh, you would like suck his dick no matter what, and the answer is probably because I think he's hot. But also like it's different. Like it's different than jealousy in a way. Like the insecurities are projected onto him versus like Buffy goes out, talks to a guy, and he's like, don't talk to a guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that insecurity. The fact that Riley's insecurities are like, I don't think I'm good enough for you, makes me a little sad. Makes me sad. Stemming from the fact that he has no purpose ever since he left his job at the Initiative. And for me, at least, and I think different strokes for different folks, and that's okay because we're all individual humans. I think like that is less of like a guilty with a gavel. Where's my stapler? less guilty, in my opinion, than a like I am an insecure man that doesn't want you talking to other girls. Different spectrums, right? Different spectrums.
Maybe a little bit, but I think there's another tier though. I think there's like insecurity that you are not good enough for the person that you are with. That again, we've talked a lot about, of like, you need to be comfortable with yourself before you date other people, blah, blah, blah. But I think that I would go one step further with Riley and say part of it is because he was very powerful and now he is less powerful. But the second part of it is that he brings up yet again the fact that she has dated someone who was very powerful, an angel. And that to me is like, whoa, 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 whoa. I do not like but what about you ex-boyfriend? Because bitch, I'm not dating my ex-boyfriend. I'm dating you. So that shit pissed me off.
To be fair, my bias completely erases that in my brain, a la Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That is just lifted away and put in a corner of the room that does not exist to me no more. So that is a fair point, my friend. It really, really is. I think that the fact that he brings up Angel not once, but like more than once, twice, 3 times, I don't know. I think that that's a good point. But
it's just like, ugh, like it's just irritating. It's just enough with the Angel stuff, because Buffy is not dating Angel. Buffy is dating you. And maybe you're giving her the ick because you're smothering to her too much. This is like classic. I've been in a relationship like this. Okay. My very first relationship, I was like slowly but surely pulling away. Like I was, not really into it as much. And I was, whatever, pulling away. And good God, my boyfriend at the time was like vice grip. Like it was so overbearing. It was overwhelming. It was way too much. It only is going to want them to be around you even less when you are smothering them. Yeah. And Riley does so many things that I cannot stand this episode. One of which is the smothering, because major ick. Let Buffy do her job. Okay. Let her do her job. And the other thing he does is Mr. Freaking Macho Man. I don't need to see a doctor. My heart is fine. I don't need to see a doctor.
So my question is that, does that have anything to do with, and I don't know, does it have anything to do with the fact that he is in like a state because of, I don't even know what was going on because they didn't explain it, and Graham was like very not descriptive about what was happening.
To what's wrong.
Yeah, because it reminds me of like last time he was having withdrawals or reaction.
Well, that was withdrawals. This is more like he has supposedly an arrhythmia in his heart, which causes it to have like some sort of an irregular, rapid heartbeat, all because of the chip that was in his heart. I don't think that was causing any mental stuff beyond the fact that he already feels like he's losing his powers and is, now he's hearing he's sick. Like, not good. I think it was just, I think those were his emotional reactions to that news more so than like a physical withdrawal sort of a thing.
Okay, fair enough. Once again, my bias when watching was like, yeah, he's only acting that way because he's sick, He's and like almost dead.
To give Riley like an ounce of credit, when he is approached, when Buffy does the thing where she like picks up his phone and is like, Riley needs help, and then hangs up because she knows they like tapped his phone or whatever. And then he gets approached by Graham, who, if you don't remember, because I didn't remember his freaking name, was like part of the initiative, right? With the little flippy. He has the early aughts flip.
He was usually the quiet one when Fars when Fars was the one that was like always yapping, always hating. Graham was like the silent observer of
the trio. Yeah. So he's back and he is like, listen, we got a doctor. You're ready for surgery. If I am Riley, absolutely not. I'm not trusting you. Why should I be trusting the government with my body? We saw what happened last time. So like, I'm giving Riley that bit of credit in that I would not trust them either. I don't think you should immediately trust them. But however, I do think you should seek out some sort of medical attention. If your heartbeat is that different and is scary for the doctors, I don't think you should go hide in a tunnel and punch a brick wall. Like, that doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. In fact, I was very irritated about that. Nothing annoys me more than it's like, me punch wall. Like, who cares? What are you doing? What are you solving? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's not even a punching bag. Like, let's punch a punching bag. Like,
Walls are typically hard.
And it was like rock. Like it wasn't even like a
Brick?
plaster or like a,
Yeah.
drywall.
Don't mess with the brick,
Leave
I
it
think
be.
he's more likely to hurt his hand. It was a dumb move.
He
I don't know.
he did hurt his hand.
Yeah. But many guys punch a wall, and it
And I never like it.
must feel good for them, because if it didn't feel good for them, then why
Well,
do all the guys punch a wall,
he can't even feel it is the thing, which is
Oh,
as a
yeah.
part of whatever they did, the initiative did with him, is that he can't feel the pain, which is why he is pushing too far beyond his limits,
His
again,
limits.
to keep up with Buffy because he is feeling insecure. And I think we are leaning towards a Buffy Riley breakup and a Riley leaving town, because we get this like you said earlier, and Graham says in the episode, like Riley has no purpose anymore in Sunnydale because the initiative is gone. So why would he stay? He's gonna go back to, is he from Oklahoma? Is that where he's from?
No, do you want to try again?
Is it Indiana?
No.
That would be funny if it was. I don't know. Wyoming?
No.
Somewhere out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where is it? Kansas?
It's Iowa.
Iowa. See, it did start with an I, though. I was there. I was almost there, kind of. Anyway, I think we're gearing up for him leaving the show. What do you think?
Oh, I agree. I think so. Especially because we have new character, Susie. And I think that there's a lot to explore with like Anya. There's a lot to explore with Tara. Sorry, I'm so distracted because there's a fucking Fox News fan, and it's like, what are you doing here?
Okay, for a second I thought you were going to end the sentence at "there is a fox," and I was going to be like, "Please show me. I would like to see the fox." I am way less interested in seeing the fox.
I'm like, what are you reporting on? This is fucking
Get outta here.
Indiana suburb. Like,
Yeah.
hello. Also, there was like fire trucks, so there actually might have been some activity here today, but like
Oh,
I didn't get to
shit.
see it because I'm a working girl.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, I don't know. There
She
might have been
works
something.
hard for her money.
Yeah. Anyway, and he drove this way, and then he drove that way, the Fox News truck. So I don't know. I was like,
He's lost.
He's
They
like,
They can't use Waze. They can't use Google
yeah,
Maps.
I'm looking for the crime, and he's not finding it.
Where's
Anyway.
the crime?
Where's the crime? Gotta roam the suburban streets of Indiana.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I'm really sorry. I do agree with you. I really do. I do think that he's on his way out. When it happens, I'll have to order my black veil from
Yes,
from
we'll have to
Amazon.
don a veil.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like the way we get here is by Joyce fainting. Like Susie is making breakfast. Joyce just goes, "Who are you?" And then faints. I don't know if this was a joke of like, we pretend Susie's been around this whole time, but now Joyce doesn't recognize her, or if this is like a sign of something to come. But I will say that when we get introduced to Mr. Doctor Boy, Mr. Doctor Man, who is giving Susie the little stethoscope like she's 10 years old to play with, I was like, oh, are we getting a new character? Is Ben our new character?
I don't know. I just thought
Cute
that he was
doctor
just like a
guy?
random doctor. I don't know. Moms love to flirt with doctors, by the way. But oh wait, was she flirting with the doctor? Who was flirting with the doctor? Buffy? I don't know.
Was
Anyway,
anybody flirting with the doctor? I don't know. So maybe somebody was. But yeah, so that's how we end up in the hospital to begin with. Joyce ends up being completely fine.
yeah, I know. I felt like it was like a little stupid how we ended up here, but whatever.
Well, it's like, I feel like we could have figured out a different way to have Riley's heart issue discovered than Susie playing with a stethoscope, listening to everyone's hearts. I thought she was going to listen to her own, and it was going to be like something weird. Like this was her powers, or like Buffy's was going to have a weird thing because she's a Slayer, and that was going to be important.
Yeah.
Like I thought that's where we were going with this. But no.
I agree. Like I also thought that they were pointing, especially with like a focus on Dawn in the beginning of the episode. Like I felt like they were pointing at like, and like the coming attractions kept like talking about, I thought they were pointing at like a potential power with her. And I felt like the stethoscope was going to be something, but so far it's not. I assume we're still going to get it, but not yet.
Here's the other thing, Sarah. Now I'm getting suspicious, and I'm going to tell you right now, all you listeners out there, I'm telling you right now, if it turns out Susie has no extra special powers,
Oh yeah.
I will be fucking pissed, because Susie in this episode is like, we get the reveal that she's like, oh yeah, sometimes I lie in my diaries just in case anyone's reading them. And I was like, that's not okay, girly pop, because you told me you had powers, and I've been looking forward to finding out what those are.
She did not say I have powers. She said, I'm not what everybody thinks I am, is what she said.
She intuited, no, that's not it. Inferred that she has powers.
Well, I mean, I think that like we kind of grasped onto that. I also thought like Tara was like, we should get a like real live psychic, and
for the magic shop,
for the magic shop. I was like, could that be what Dawn can do?
Okay,
I don't know.
That would be fun.
But
what do you think of Susie writing fake things in her diary just in case people read? I kind of love that.
Yeah, it's smart. I think
it's very
really
chaotic
smart
and fun.
Yeah, I think it's really smart because you never know who's a snooper with a diary. I would, if I came across a diary, it'd be really hard for me not to snoop, to be honest with you.
This is the least surprising thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Did our friend of the podcast and frequent guest and librarian Todd, when he visited you recently, did he go through your cabinets as we discussed?
No, I don't think so. I think that all
disappointed in you.
I think he like went through our cabinets as in like, I want to get a glass of water, so I'm going to get a cup.
Todd, we discussed this. You were supposed to look through Sarah's cabinets.
He doesn't care. And plus, anyway, like my friends were staying in my office, so he of course is very respectful and did not go into a room that a woman was in. So any secrets that I have, and also my written thoughts are in a password protected by my fingerprint. I don't even know my password like thing on my computer. So you're not getting my diary, fuckers, unless you have my fingerprints. I don't even know my password. You can't even steal it from my. If Susie read minds, she wouldn't even be able to read my mind because I don't know what it is. But you could cut off my finger and use that to read my diary.
Wow.
If you wanted to.
Yeah. I never finished a diary in my entire life. I'd always start like a journal, write one thing, and never write it in it again. Not my thing. But so that's kind of what's going on with Susie and Joyce. To bounce back to the Riley stuff, because there are a couple other things that I did forget to mention that I do need to bring up. Riley played basketball in jeans.
Yeah, that was a little psychotic. That is another ick. Yeah, that's another ick. I'm like, to be honest with you, it's like the men that go to the gym or play basketball or go running with jeans, it is like a real big ick. Not every man likes, I mean, like my ex, he did not have like basketball shorts. He did not have like soft pants. He only wore jeans. So I know.
No pajama pants, no like anything?
Sometimes, but like not really. Like he was either in jeans or like wearing.
And now you have a man who does not wear jeans literally ever.
He does not own one pair of jeans, actually.
Wow. Look at that. The key to Sarah's heart. No jeans.
No, I guess no jeans. So, but it's like, it's interesting because it's so yucky. When men,
you're sweating, how are you not getting chafed? How are your balls not chafed?
It is very hot. It's a very thick fabric. So
and it's not very flexible.
But I will say, like seeing Riley without a shirt, I don't have a problem with it. You were complaining about it. I think he looks great, especially when we see his competition later in the episode, and Spike shirtless is nasty fuck. Nasty. I don't like it.
I don't think he's nasty looking. I just think it's funny how the writers will create ways to make Riley in like the least amount of clothing as possible. That's what I think is funny.
I don't mind that. I feel like I have witnessed this before with other actors, and I think that like, sometimes we need
Basketball Twins is a great example.
We need to objectify men sometimes, because the amount of times that in shows and movies we, especially from the 90s or
Boobs.
early 2000, like the amount of boobs that I saw as a 13-year-old girl, like in media, like it was a lot. Baywatch, where you're literally watching Pam Anderson run down a beach and watching her boobs flop around. You know, sometimes you have to objectify men. So like I think that there's like a
Yeah.
time and a place for everything.
Also, I'd love to just say, like, if men would stop policing what we could do with our bodies while they have absolutely no restrictions on their bodies, then I would stop objectifying them.
mhm,
I feel like that's a very fair compromise.
yeah. I mean,
But
sure. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, don't objectify anybody. Stop like being a slutty slut. Stop like stop pinching your husband's butts. Like, just stop objectifying men.
I own that butt is the thing, though, by marriage, by law.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
mean, yeah,
sure.
that's fine. So like
I'm pretty sure it was written into the marriage contract that I own the butt.
Okay, well then, like if you own the butt.
And I'm not much of a pincher. It's more of a slap. I'm more of a slapper than a pincher. Just saying. But
Yes.
it's not my fault. It's so nice looking, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
stop
Struggle.
making it look so nice. Jeez.
But yeah, no, we don't condone anything consensual. Blah 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 blah. You gotta
Yes, all of that
say
stuff.
this
All of that
stuff
stuff
these
is true.
days because I don't want anybody to like quote me and be like Sarah is a predator. You know, because I'm not.
Sarah's not a predator.
I'm not a predator.
So Riley goes missing and they're like, okay, maybe he went back to like the initiative because that's like what he knows, what's in town, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to get a Buffy and Spike team up because Buffy needs Spike's help. So she is like, listen, money talks. I have money. You're going to help me. He says, I want half now. She rips the money in half. I was so mad at her for this. What are you doing?
That was a bit disrespectful because I don't know the rules about this, but I'm pretty sure you can't tape money back together.
I don't think so. Like, I've ripped a corner off before, but like I've never full on had the entire bill ripped in half.
That was irresponsible, Buffy. Like, I don't know how much
Really
money that
bad.
was. I don't know if it was like $300 or something, but like we can all use $300. And
Yes.
yeah, so I didn't like that either. And this is the thing. Like, Buffy, obviously Spike is going to be able to get his chip out eventually in one form or another. Stop pissing this man off. Like, I know that you think that you can take care of him in like one fell swoop, but like he could be like a decent ally. So like, let's stop pissing him off all the time and like stop being rude to him because at this moment, he is a person that like, you know, at least like you know what you're going to get with him. You know what I mean? And like if you're going to ask him for favors, like can you help me go through the tunnels of the initiative so that I can find my boyfriend? Maybe like not be rude. Because like the thing is that like if they weren't so rude to Spike all the time, like maybe Spike would like leave them alone a little bit.
Well, not only that, but they've completely forgotten that Harmony has access to her house, like have not really tied up that loose end. And so now Harmony is going back to Spike and she's like, Spikey, save me. Buffy hates me. I need your help. Harmony is a queen and an icon, and if she ends up being the like big bad of the season,
you have to get over it. She's not gonna be
will
bad
live.
Her
taking up smoking and saying I am a villain, Spike, was everything to me. Her smoking in his surgery, like, and then her seeing the no smoking sign, be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. She's really funny. So irritating. Like really irritating, but also very, very, very funny.
That's why it's so good to have her and Spike together. Because she like irritates the fuck out of him constantly.
I know. I don't like how I love Spike as a solo character. I hate Spike when he's with women. Like I just don't like it. I just don't. He's so he's probably gonna grow. Like he's probably gonna be better eventually. But
I think he's gonna get a redemption arc, for sure.
But like, don't throw tombstones at Harmony. She has like 3 brain cells, you know.
Yeah,
like
you're gonna damage 2 of them.
She's like the stupidest like creature on this earth. So like, stop it.
Can I make a comparison that like what her voice reminds me of when she does the like yay for Spikey.
Oh yeah.
Alexis from Schitt's Creek. You hear it, right? Yay. Buffy.
Yeah, like when she says those lines, yeah, I can totally hear it. It's like very much like all she has to do is put her like two little hands in front of her and do that little like bunny hop.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, all she needs is that, and like she's basically there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too. I like when the surgery went well and she's like, yay, spiky surgery, like blah 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 blah. Like it was very like it was cute. It was very cute. It was funny.
I love her giving him like information on how gross brains are and like telling like she's watching the
It's
surgery
pink and
take
wrinkly.
place.
Yeah, I'm sick. I would probably watch the surgery too.
It was so funny. I loved it. And also like again, Buffy, realize who you're working with. Obviously, if you tell Spike Riley is sick and needs to see a doctor, like put two and two together that Spike is going to take that information, kidnap the doctor, and try to get him to perform brain surgery with no like scans done ahead of time, no preparation at all, just some quick and dirty brain surgery.
The plan was not great. I'm not
He's desperate.
Yeah, like the infection like percentage is probably really really high with that. Also, one more thing about Harmony, I just think it's so funny that like she is not even a fleeting thought in Buffy's mind, but it's very much like you are the center of your own universe, and she's like convinced that Buffy is like after her, where it's just like Buffy's not even thinking about her at all.
And the thing is part of me is like, Harmony, you should be taking advantage of the fact that you have access to her home if you're that like to sneak up on her. And Buffy, you should be thinking about the fact that Harmony has access to your home. Like I'm not saying someone has to be super intelligent to kill someone if they are sleeping in their bed, like unaware of what could be going on, or kill your family members. Like truly, how are we just letting Harmony fall off of the map? I guess it's because Buffy is like too busy being concerned about Riley and trying to find him and trying to talk him into getting this surgery. I gotta say, as much as I know you're very much a Ruffy fan, SMG with the tears that will not fall out of her eyes that are just pooled in there is freaking chef's kiss. She is the best almost crier.
Yeah, truly beautiful. And like it very much was like season 1 Angel Buffy sappiness in those moments, which like we didn't love at that time too. But
loving you is the scariest thing I've ever done.
Well, actually, I really did that like, but I'm like such a softie.
Loving someone should not be scary. Loving someone should not feel scary.
I disagree with that in a way. Like, yeah, I think like how he was talking about it, it's just like, I mean, taking the risk and putting your heart out there, knowing that like there is a high percentage that you are going to get actually like absolutely smashed. Like, I do think that that's scary. Like, I think that like finding somebody that you love purely for the first time ever and taking that risk is scary. Like, I really do. Like, I don't think that like the relationship should, like, I don't think that you should be scared in the relationship, but I think like giving yourself up and like fully trusting somebody is really scary.
That's fair. I think you can be scared of like losing someone, right? Like scared of like the larger sense of like losing them for some reason, or that sort of a thing, and even scared of like how much you love someone is like fair enough.
I think that's what he meant by that. Like,
I know, but like you literally fight demons. Like it's just like, bro, come on.
I don't think so. Like, it's a different sort of thing. Like, he's literally like, I think that like it's like he was an army guy. Like, he was like trained to fight. It didn't matter to him if it was somebody that is on the other side of the earth that's a human or like a demon. Like, that's just was his job. Like, but giving yourself up and like taking a risk when you know that like it's so dramatic, but like you're either it's going to end one of two ways, either by heartbreak or by death. Like, it's like, it's so dramatic, but like,
well, that's probably why I don't necessarily connect with it. And we've talked a lot about this, and like to relate it to like the types of books I like to read, I
Mhm.
really struggle with romance books and like even romantasy if they are too much on the romance side,
Yeah.
because everything always feels so fraught and like so serious and
Mhm.
so just like intense in a way that like I personally I think I I prefer a relationship that is more comfortable, that I don't feel those fraught feelings with. You can feel passion and not feel this just like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to die. Like, I would not be able to, I would not deal well with a relationship that is like that because it would be too overwhelming, I think, for me. I prefer a relationship that is comfortable. Like I can be myself and not have to worry. Like, yes, I worry about existential things, like one of us getting sick and dying, but I
Mhm.
don't worry about like, oh my God, he's gonna leave me. Oh my God, what if we can't be together? You
But, like,
know?
I don't know, like, I feel like that is also just, like, your personality. Like, for me, like, leaving a relationship for me that was a long part of my life, and then, like, going into a new relationship, it for me, it was very scary because I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, what happens if in 16 years or whatever, I end up in the same place that I am right now?" Like, that's scary,
Oh,
like, you know
that
what I
should be
mean?
that is definitely
Yeah.
scary.
Like
That's not what I'm saying. It's the fraught for no reason, right? It is the
uh-huh.
like we just can't communicate with one another that
Yeah.
I find
I
very
guess
annoying.
Yeah, I guess that they are having those problems right now because he's saying like I mean, he is projecting all of his insecurities, all of his like I'm not good enough for you. You're so powerful. You're too good for me. And she's like I'm not saying that. Um Also, I think it's infuriating that this is not like the first time she's been in a relationship with a man where he is telling her like how she should feel and she's trying to be like this is not how I feel, this is not what I'm thinking, like how can I prove to you that this is not what's going on in my brain. I feel like she had like the same exact conversations with Angel. Like how exhausting will that like could that be? Like just take things
Yeah.
at face value for goodness sake. Like I'm telling you how I'm feeling. But then
Yeah.
again, like I mean he's like spilling his heart out and I don't know if she's giving as much back. Um
No, I mean, and two, there were a couple comments on our YouTube channel as well of like she hasn't ever said I love you. We were unsure whether she had. And I guess she hasn't. And of course that breeds insecurity as well,
yeah.
obviously. And I think but I think where Buffy is, or at least where I feel like is she is trying to get him to stay alive at this point. Like I think maybe she isn't in love with him. Maybe she is not at the same point that he is with her feelings for him. That does not mean that she does not care about him and wants him to get better and be healthy, right? Like that's why she's crying because he's not listening because he is so focused on his own insecurities that he's going to kill himself over it. And she is like,
Mhm.
please, please just get this freaking surgery. You need to get help. This isn't okay. Like it's, I'm with Buffy. Like it is so frustrating watching it and just knowing that like this man is just standing in his own way.
Yeah.
And like Buffy is the one who is trying to keep all the plates balanced at once. And like, you know, we have Spike over here stealing the doctor. We have her
Mhm.
trying to even get freaking Riley to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
He almost died. Like, seriously, when they're in the fight, when the doctor says he fixed Spike, but really he just took a penny out of his brain and put it in a dish, which truly cracked me up.
Yeah.
When that all goes down and they end up in a fight with Harmony and Spike, and like Riley takes a freaking heart attack. Like he could have died. Truly,
Yeah.
he could have
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
They had taken on one more fight before he saw a doctor. That's it for Riley.
Yeah, the doctor said that he should have gotten this like surgery like days ago. Like
Yeah.
he was like he said something like if you know, I would be concerned it wouldn't work if he came to me like yesterday, like let alone today or tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean like I also think that I think that there are a lot of men out there that are very proud and stubborn. irritating nonetheless. But he
Yeah.
he goes, he gets the surgery. Seemingly he's okay. Seemingly it was successful. I have no fucking clue what they did. I don't know if they apparently only the special initiative doctor could have done it, because if it was a standard heart attack and all he needed was a stint or some sort of bypass, then any normal doctor could have done it, but only he could
Yeah.
have done it. And
Well,
once
it's also
again,
crazy that he never saw a doctor after he ripped a chip literally out of his heart with his bare hands.
Well,
And
he
he was
couldn't
never like,
trust
hey,
him.
maybe I should go get a checkup after
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing's very
Men.
stupid. But yeah, apparently, Graham insinuated that there was something more going on. I feel, but whatever. I guess it's none
we
of our
don't know, but
business.
it's fixed now. He got an arrow to the leg by Harmony. That was all fixed up as well.
Yeah.
So he seems to be okay, but I do think we're kind of left wondering how long he's going to stick around in Sunnydale, because it seems like he doesn't really have a purpose here. And while we were very complimentary of him early on by saying, wow, he seems to be taking this in stride, that he's no longer in charge, that he is now almost second in command to Buffy, it doesn't seem like that's actually true. It feels like he is having a problem with this, especially as he loses more and more of maybe the powers take a long time to kind of drain out of his system. And
Mhm.
so he's finally kind of just being a mortal guy. And Buffy Buffy is very busy also, Sarah. I feel like it's worth mentioning.
Mhm.
All of the training she is now doing with Giles is eating into a lot of her social time. And I think that is also a problem that could be happening. We've seen her blow off
Riley
a
before.
few times.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think the thing is that this is advice for anybody. You need to have more purpose in your life than your relationship. And I think that Riley's issue is exactly what Graham said. Why are you in Sunnydale? You don't have a job right now. You don't have, your family's not here. You don't really have any prospects. You're here because you want to be with Buffy. She's the main reason. Secondary reason is that you're maybe doing something to save the world, but he's not using all of his strengths at the moment. So it's just he needs something more than
It's a
this.
purpose.
Yeah, he needs a purpose. I don't know if the initiative is exactly what he needs, but he needs something more than what he's currently getting.
This feels, as much as I've complained about Riley as a character and all this other stuff, it does feel in line with a person who has been in some sort of a thing like the military, where it's very structured, has a routine, or at least has this very clear purpose. And then once that falls away, it's what do I do now? I am so used to having this structure around me, this huge support system, and now that is gone. So that is really interesting, and I think is very much in line with the type of character that Riley is, and how he might feel when Buffy is very busy and she wants to do her own thing sometimes. I think I am the Slayer, I am independent. She doesn't need Riley clogging up her space sometimes. And now she has this sick new training room in the back of the magic shop, which is called the Magic Box, which I don't know that we've ever mentioned, but does give me Felicity vibes.
Oh God, the Magic Box.
Yeah, what's in the box?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was really cute that Xander is now this carpenter, and he
I love
built a
that.
space specifically for Buffy. I think that was really cute. The room is a little dank, but it's fine. I'm sure it's going to be a really nice training room for her. I like something a little bit more open and airy. When she was practicing, I don't even know where she was, but in the first episode where she was
With
it felt
Susie
very
pushing her over, right?
Yeah, it felt very open and airy and bright, and I think that's my preference for a training room. But
I almost
whatever.
wish she had monk training where it's outside, so you're connecting with nature
Oh,
at
that'd
the
be
same
interesting.
time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I mean, whatever works, right? At least she has a space now.
She seemed very happy about it.
Yeah, because all of them worked very hard on it, right? It seemed like it was a team effort.
Yeah, which is
and
very sweet.
I did enjoy that. And again, I agree with you. I think having Xander go from being in the construction business to doing some sort of carpentry makes a lot of sense. He's putting some skills to use. And there is something very satisfying about working with your hands and having like being done and being able to look at that thing and be like, I built that. I created that out of nothing.
I
Like, that
build
is very
you.
cool.
Yeah. Remember,
Yeah.
I build you.
No, what is that for?
Or we build you. Amaya Papaya said that to TJ.
Oh,
We build you.
yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get into the stuff that is going to make us fight. So
Yeah.
we towards the end of the episode,
Mhm.
we have Buffy running in to confront Spike. And Spike is like shirtless. There's some intense energy.
Okay, which like Spike shirtless is a nothing burger. He is not hot. Like, I wonder
He's not bad looking.
I wonder if anybody thought that man was attractive.
Most assuredly. Listen,
It's
all
very
the little
like
teen emo girlies out there are like, yes, please, bleach blonde hair.
it's very much like Tim Chalamet and like Tom Holland. Like, if you find those boys attractive, then you probably find like Spike attractive.
I
Like,
don't think Tom Holland and Tim Chalamet should be in the same category. Timothy Chalamet is like a very slender, petite man.
Spike looked very slender.
Tom Holland is literally Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know.
Like, literally, he's Spider-Man. Have you seen? I mean, you have to have seen that when he did the lip sync to Umbrella.
Yeah.
It's very hot. He's very good.
I don't even know. Okay. I'm just saying that like too skinny and too slender for me for Spike. He's not like a man. You know what I mean? A man.
You prefer a lumberjack. We've had these discussions. You prefer a lumberjack.
Yeah. So I like Spike. Yeah, he has like muscle definition, but he's like too thin for me and like too slight, and I don't like it.
Yes. So they are like, it's very contentious. Shit's going on. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Spike grabs Buffy and kisses her. And let me tell you, because I was like, we're going to be analyzing this kiss on the podcast. Like, I need to do my due diligence. I rewound this like 3 times because I was like, what is happening? Well, how did we get here? It was so sudden for me. It was like so out of nowhere. I couldn't believe it. So I rewound it a few times. And then they kissed a second time, initiated by Buffy.
Well, she pulls back and I don't like is upset about it, but then she pulls him in and kisses him. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
so,
ew. Look how gross he is. Ew.
Here's the thing. So,
ew, disgusting.
And so then hold on before we do this. So then he says he loves her, and I was like, "What is going on?" I'm freaking out. I am freaking out at this point. And then it's a dream, and I was like, "They got me. I was too excited to be skeptical. They got me."
I mean, like, I don't really think that like I was like much of a believer, but I do find it very interesting out of all of this stuff. I think that's the most interesting thing where like I really do think that Spike is developing feelings for Buffy, and I think
he's obsessed with her.
That scares him, which I find very, very, very interesting. Now,
there's a fine line between love and hate, Sarah, as they say.
Great. All right. So like let's like back up a little because like ew, nasty.
So so if you're watching us on YouTube, I have brought up some screenshots. So this is the very first moment of the kiss. Now, at this point in the kiss, I was like, okay, I'm seeing the chemistry. There's the hands gripping the arms, which again, if it's non-consensual is not okay. But if it's consensual, love it. We have her hands touching his like forearms. At this point I was on board. Again, he's shirtless. She's wearing like a tank top.
I wish there's a way to annotate on this shit, but whatever.
Yeah, we can't. So then we get some close-ups of the kiss. And at this point I was like, the kiss chemistry is not there. It is a very bad kiss.
So bad. It's once again Buffy, like
What's
Sarah
happening
Michelle Gellar is just not good. Like with
is it because there's no tongue? Because it very much feels like a lot of like chicken pecking and like closed mouth kissing, which is strange.
I don't know. It's so awkward and just like not hot. And like she doesn't have this problem with Riley, I don't think, but she had it with Angel. Like
I don't really think she has that much chemistry with Riley.
Okay, well then it's purely a Sarah Michelle Gellar thing, which is what I've been saying for a really freaking long time, which is very sad and depressing for her. Yeah,
Like, what it like it's just
she looks like she's in pain.
it's the eyebrows are like knitted together a little bit. Like
Yeah,
it's not good.
so
It's
bad.
looking quite bad.
The kiss was awful,
Yeah,
actually.
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad overall. I will say I did love the look on Spike's face after where he like can't believe what he did.
Yeah, he's in shock. He
He
said,
like
how can
loved
I
it.
do this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
The kiss that she initiated was like a little bit better.
mhm.
Um, but
Well, do you have screenshots of that or no?
I don't have screenshots of that one. I'm just
Okay.
like, I don't know. I'm hoping that when it obviously inevitably actually happens, that there's better chemistry because that was not a good
Yeah.
kiss. It was
No,
not a
it
good
was not.
kiss.
I just like am so fatigued by like just the like what if. It's just like so it feels so manufactured by the fandom, and like I don't know, like I can just envision all you motherfuckers like writing on the boards being like it's going to be so hot, and like doing your fan fiction and like like typing up your like sexy little stories,
It
and
screams
like
some like Dramini fanfic.
that's exactly what it feels like. And it
Yeah.
feels like because of how tapped in I feel like the entire fandom was with each other, including like, I mean, I would assume the writers as well. It just seems so like fan service, and like it doesn't feel totally organic because I just know that you fuckers were drooling over this shit, and it annoys me. It just feels very much like, remember when Cursed Child came out and everybody was like, this is literally a Harry Potter fan fiction? It
Yes.
just feels like that.
I can understand feeling like that. I definitely can understand feeling like the reason this happened is because there were fans crying out for it because the
Yes,
fans wanted it. I
that's what it
totally
feels like.
understand that.
That's what it
But
feels
I would
like,
also
and then
argue
for
that
me, because I'm an asshole,
yeah.
I'm like, I don't like it.
Well, now I
Like,
don't
you
like
know
it
what I
because
mean?
you want to be a contrarian. Like,
I
no, I don't
don't
want it.
wanna be a contrarian. It's just like, I don't know.
Mm,
Like, it just feels like I don't think I'm a contrarian.
I do think it's sometimes fun to be like, this is what everyone else likes. I don't like it.
I don't find it fun. I just like I'm like, I don't know. I just like don't see it.
I do
That's
think you
whatever.
have very fair and valid points of Spike being a terrible boyfriend. Like we have a lot of proof of that. All of that is
Mhm.
so true. I think even if we set aside the like fans crying out for this, which gosh, you have to assume they were. Um I think most shows with like enemies, right, where you have two big enemies and they have the ability to be attracted to one another are going to end up together at some point. I think it is kind of like, right, because there is such a fine line between love and hate that it can be misconstrued as something else, right, where tension could then change to sexual tension very quickly. So I totally understand why people would be crying out for it, why people would want it. Enemies to lovers is a very common trope. So I don't know. I think it's fun because one of the main reasons I am like pro this is, again, I want to see the chemistry. I do like an enemies to lovers story. And on top of that, I would love to have Spike having something to do. I think that like when I love him as a character, I just want him to have something to do. And so like having him more included in the Scoobies again by way of feelings for Buffy, great, perfect. Let's do it. I think it's fun because I think he's going to be so against the fact that he is dreaming in this way. He is going to be so like, what is wrong with me? Like I hate
Yeah.
this. So I don't know. I don't
I
know.
think I was more into it when Spike was like, "Oh my gosh, like I love to kill. I can't kill humans, but I can kill like like I can kill other vampires, I can kill other demons. Like I'm going to be like a good guy but for like the wrong reasons." And I think like I liked that way of Spike getting into the Scoobies more so than through a love interest. I feel like that's more unique and more interesting to me personally. Being like backdooring himself to becoming a good guy because it initiated that it's his only way to get his fix of killing is to, you know, kill bad guys, and like that
Yeah.
satisfies that itch. I think that's unique. I think that's a story that I haven't really seen before.
And
But
it's fun too.
yeah,
Yeah.
but seeing him like come into the fray, not saying that this is going to happen like at this moment or this is whatever, but seeing him come into the fray because he wants to spend more time with Buffy because he has an infatuation with her seems less interesting to me. But also seeing like the best Spike moments are when he's like kind of down and out. The best Spike moments are when he's like an underdog, and seeing him maybe like having like an unrequited crush could also satisfy that like by
Yeah.
me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think
I'm
it's
interested in
interesting.
seeing where it goes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it could be really fun if Harmony gets like jealous or upset, and then again she becomes our big bad, and I would be here for it. I do
Maybe.
have one other question before we jump into Cordy's corner. Were
Mhm.
you at all okay? So 2, were you tricked? Were you tricked
No.
with the brain surgery? Did you think that the doctor
Oh.
had gotten the chip out?
Yes, but I'm really relieved that that wasn't the case because I like the fact that he's for lack of a
Neutered.
better word, neutered. Yeah, I like the fact that it is because I once again like my hopes is that he like backdoors himself into becoming a good guy. Like I
Yeah.
think like that's really an interesting story.
Yeah.
So like I think I was tricked, but um I'm relieved that that wasn't the case. And the Penny thing was pretty witty, pretty smart. I
Yeah.
thought like at the very least like maybe like the entire chip wasn't taken out, but like the guy just like did nothing. I don't even know what he was doing in there for so long.
Rooting around in his brain with no blood, no shaving of Spike's head,
Yeah.
just like absolutely nothing. I think I'm with you where I was like, I wasn't really tricked because while it was happening, I was like, this is so implausible. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, guys going into a brain surgery he's not prepared for, hasn't even looked at a freaking scan of this guy's
Yeah.
brain. Like, he didn't put the chip in. So how is he supposed to know how to take the chip out?
Yeah.
At least I assume he wasn't the one who put it in. But yeah, it was and then the second thing was, were you at all tricked that the Spike Buffy kiss was a dream? Or were you like,
I was like,
this is
whatever.
weird?
I
Okay.
was like, I was too
Yeah.
like disgusted and
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
annoyed to actually take it seriously or not seriously. I was just like, this is a
Mhm.
bunch of bullshit. And then like
Yeah.
when it was a dream, I was like more interested in my brain about being like, oh, he actually has feelings for her, probably.
Yeah.
Or an infatuation or an obsession. One of
Yeah.
which or all of the above.
Yes. Okay, cool. I was too excited to think twice, I think.
Mhm.
So all right, let's do some Cordy's corner. We watched season 2 episode 4
Well,
Untouched. Did you watch the episode or am I giving you the highlights?
I have no clue what happened.
Beautiful.
I didn't
Okay.
watch.
So this episode is called Untouched. We have a new girl and her name is Bethany. And Bethany
Oh.
has telekinesis.
Oh, so she stole my storyline about Dawn. That really is annoying.
I know it's really annoying. So she like accidentally, there are some men after her. Cordelia has a vision about it. Angel goes to save her. When he gets there, there's blood at the scene. He thinks that she got killed, but no, she dropped a freaking dumpster on these dudes and escaped and then squashed them like bugs.
Oh,
Now
very much Magneto vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She can't control her powers. They basically come out when she is feeling
Yeah.
like a very heightened emotion, which is very common.
Yeah.
And she is living with one of the ladies who works at Wolfram and Hart, Lila. She is like roommates with
Yes.
her or something. And Lila tries to pretend like, oh, I got you, girly pop, we're besties. Nah, not besties. Bethany keeps having dreams about like abuse she suffered from her father in her childhood. And it's not like super clear what's going on there, but it definitely seems bad. Angel ends up finding Bethany to like offer her help and everything. She accidentally stabs him with a piece of rebar, which he then pulls out and is like, you can't hurt me. It's all good. Meanwhile, Angel is still having a case of the sleepy time troubles. He is sleeping
Yes.
all the time,
which is
and
not consensual.
not
Darla
consensual.
is
Yes.
raping him in the dreams. Bad Darla, bad.
Yeah, so what she's doing is like by being near him, she is able to like infect him with this powder that keeps him asleep while she manipulates his dreams. So that's why he's been sleeping so much, is because while he's asleep, she keeps him asleep for longer. And now Cordelia and Wesley are like noticing this. They're like, oh, this is strange. Like, why is he sleeping so much?
Sometimes
This
you
seems
just
off.
need a little bit of bedtime, to be honest with you.
Well, they probably just think he's depressed.
Yeah.
Also, Cordelia is at her best because Cordelia makes a great point of like, hey, should we be paying Gunn and for like helping out, right? Like, should he be like a contractor where we pay him like per project to work with us?
Put that man on payroll. Yeah.
And Wesley is like, oh, but he will be insulted if we offer him money. And Cordelia is like, what are you fucking talking about, you dumbass? Like, this man needs help. He literally brought in a homemade axe. Maybe we should give him money. And Angel's like, I'll deal with it. I'm broody. I'll deal with it. I'll talk to him. Man. He acts so weird when offering Gunn money. And Gunn is easily like, yep, sounds great. Perfect. Love it. Let's do it. So they're investigating all this stuff. They have to go find Bethany because Angel, the dumb fuck that he is, when he met up with Bethany, did not learn her name, did not learn her address, didn't learn anything about her. So he didn't know where the fuck to find this bitch. So Bethany, while she's sleeping and having really awful nightmares about her father and what he did to her as a child, she injures Lila with a lamp because, again, telekinesis she can't control. Chucks it at the girl's face. Lila gets in trouble at work from Bernard, who's like, bitch, control her, control that girl, whatever. She runs all day and all night to get to Angel, who's like, I will rescue you, damsel in distress, as he usually is. Cordelia is like, something's off about this bitch. I don't know what's going on. She seems really strange. It looks like she wants to like fuck Angel. What is happening? Cordelia is not about this. She says, no. Wesley decides that through a few comments Bethany made and like the weird energy coming from her, that it seems like she probably was abused by her father. So he brings up her father. Bethany fucking explodes, knocks Wesley into a fucking wall, shoots Angel into sunlight where he almost burns. So Wesley has to leave. Then they decide in their infinite wisdom, well, we have this like 100-room hotel. Let's just have Bethany stay with us. Let's have Bethany stay here. There is some weird dream shenanigans happening where like Angel and Bethany talk and she like offers to have sex with him. Again, heavily implying that she was sexually abused as a child because she says she's willing to offer it, but like doesn't like it. Like she'll just like basically dissociate when it's happening, all this other stuff. Really bad, really sad stuff. But there's also some confusing stuff as to whether or not if she's dreaming or if he's dreaming during some of these like things. Because he calls her Darla at one point. Like it's very weird. Cordelia then takes her out for coffee. For like a mocha, and she's like, bitch, don't fuck Angel. He's super old. He's very old-fashioned. I mean, very old-fashioned.
Okay. What a girl's girl.
She gets kidnapped. But they do, Wolfram and Hart sends her father to come get her back. She almost kills her father. She like dangles him out of a window and is basically like, bitch, leave me alone.
Probably deserved.
Truly deserved. Yes, truly deserved. And then Bethany moves out of Lila's apartment with Angel there to help her. And yeah, she's like, my friends don't usually send people to try to rape and kidnap me. So goodbye. And now I think she's going to join the team. I mean, they have like a ton of room. So, because it ends with like her seemingly joining the crew. I don't know if she's going to be around long term, but maybe if she is, we got a redhead in the group now, people. Bethany is here.
I was going to ask you if she was hot, is my only question.
I will let you decide by showing you a picture. I think I would say cute, not hot. That is just
not hot.
My thought.
Oh, she's younger than I anticipated.
She's very young, and she's wearing like a grandma nightgown when she shows up.
Oh, she looks very like a ghostly Victorian child.
It's not a bad description.
She looks very gaunt as well. I do not like Bethany.
Well, Bethany could be here to stay. Who's to say?
Does she have an annoying voice?
It's pretty normal, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah.
It is weird though when she's like, I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to sleep, and I came in to see you, Angel. And then she starts talking about his like nighttime boner because he's like, oh, sorry, I was having a bad dream, and she's like, it looked like a good dream because he had a tent in his blanket. Anyway, I don't know if we're setting up a romance. I don't know if they were trying to establish like Cordy being like, stay away from my man. That's not the vibe I got. But who's to say? And Wesley and Cordy fought more, which unsurprising.
Blah 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 blah. Did we have we seen Kate this season yet?
Didn't she die?
What?
I think I just wanted her to.
What?
I don't think we have we seen. I feel like we have seen her. No, I don't remember.
I don't know. Kate.
She's nothing burger in my brain. So
okay.
But yeah, that's basically what happened on Angel. It was fine. It was a fine episode. It was whatever, it's Angel.
It was a fine episode. I've heard that I should watch the next episode 5 of Angel is what I've been told. So
okay, well that's up to you.
The one that I really need to watch, I think, is 9. But
9 is the next one recommended in terms of crossover.
But I think that I might be tapping into 5. It sounds
was our friend Tom the one who said 5 you should watch? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to watch that, totally up to you. But next episode of Buffy, season 5, episode 5, No Place Like Home.
Oh,
and some Wizard of Oz shit.
Yeah, Wizard of Oz. That's fun.
Oh, Riley's leaving.
He does not live in Kansas. He lives in Iowa.
And it's practically Kansas. He's going home.
You're so bad. You're so bad.
And we're going to have a friend of the podcast and someone who we mentioned earlier, Todd the Librarian, on to chat. About it with us. So,
okay.
And then I'm also going to watch season 2, episode 5 of Angel called Dear Boy. Like DEAR. Not the animal.
Well, I'm more likely to watch it if it's EAR than the animal, because I really don't want to see something about a deer boy, like half deer, half boy. I really don't want to watch that. that I would tap
There's
out.
That show. What was that show? Sweet Tooth or whatever. That's like pretty much what you're talking about.
I don't know, but I won't watch that.
Hilarious. Incredible. So anyway, he is half human, half deer. Wow, I was right about that. Okay. So that will be next week. Anything else, Sarah? Anything else you wanted to bring up today?
No.
Okie doke. Well, that will be it for us. So we'll return next week with some Buffy and a smidge of Cordy's Corner to talk about. Until then, everyone, here endeth the lesson.
Just ask. Shit 90 shows taught me.
Shit 90 Shows Taught Me was not filmed before a live studio audience.